If the HANA processor not running, means database is not started here. You cannot connect from so from Studio. So Studio is the one of the Eclipse based tool. It is a client we can connect to the Linux based Linux. So there is some internal TCP/IP protocols. It will use it to connect to the HANA database, right? So that will possible. And also then to start the HANA database, HDB space start. Then it will start the HANA database. So then meanwhile, you see last time you added the HD7. Now let's add the HDB. So go to the KPS4 HANA instance number is the 00 multi-container system database, then system, then you can type the passwords, whatever the passwords here. So I don't know what is the password. Anyone knows the password of this HDB? Who installed this one? Or any other database which you guys are installed here? Either SP2, this one or this one or anything? SHD.
SHD is completely installed. It is under progress of installation.
Okay. This one, anybody knows the password of this HDB00? In that case, if you don't know the password, what we can do the reset. So in case of system user, the password is got locked or you are not sure, right? Suppose you are not sure about the system password, then how can you log in here, right? So then in this case, we need to reset the this password here, system password. In that case, what we have to do, we need to do with the OS level here, OS level commands we have to use it here, OS level the commands we have to execute it here. So how to execute the OS level commands, right? So here here in case of in case of this one, so then what we can do, first of all we need to stop the database services should be stopped status. You can see here now how I am going to reset the password of the system database here. How I am going to reset the password of the system database here, system db, sorry, system user password in system db as well as the tenant db. How are I am doing? So now you see, so first of all you need to stop it, right? Then OS level you need to execute the command like, so OS level, go to the cd exe, the executable directory, then you need to type like HDB, the name server, HDB name server, right? So space hyphen reset user system, hyphen reset user system. This is the command you. So after that, it will ask the user ID and password. See here how I am doing that one. This is for in case of you missed the system user password, you are unable to log in, right? So then how can we reset? Then in this case, OS level login, then stop the database, then execute the simple command HDB name server. Why? Because so system DB and tenant database, right? System DB, the main is the name server, and tenant DB, the main is the index server. So you need to use this one. So it will ask the new password and existing password and reset the new passwords and everything. So then we can connect it from there. Let me type this one. Normally it will ask enter the new password something. Then we will have to enter the new password from there. So its name server should be up. So that's the reason. So the service is waiting for start the name server here, system server. Then master is assigned. So name server is becoming active. Then we have to do the reset. So and the HANA in the HANA, let me open Notepad. In the HANA, so we have the list of processor available, right? So one is the index server, index server, so name server, so then the processor, preprocessor, then compile server here, compile server, preprocessor, compile server, right? So web dispatcher, then access engine, then daemon. So these are the seven core process will be started here. Seven core process will be there in the HANA level. So in so the seven process are family members. So as we know, HANA database is a brand new house. When you build a brand new house, HANA database is built. Then after the new house build, family members will stay same as like here also. So list of family members like index server, name server, preprocessor, compile server, so remaining process will stay here. So, but here HANA 2.0 is the multi-container, which means in one operating system, if you install the HANA database, first it will create the system DB on top of tenant DB will be created, right? So system DB here there is a system DB, then on top of one tenant database will be created here, that is called the TDB. By default G plus 1. Later, if you want to add the new tenant, you don't need to any software, just using the query you can add the new tenant databases you can add it here. New tenant database you can add up to 19 tenant databases we can add it here, except default one 19 means in one host you can create the one system DB and 20 tenant databases we can create it here. Remember this one system DB, 20 tenant databases, which means by default you will get the system DB, one tenant DB. Apart from that, till 19 you can create it, total 20. One is the default one which will come as part of the installation one. So except this one, remaining it will be, you can create it, but it will not come automatically. You need to execute the query. The queries I will tell you. You need to execute the some queries to get this one. Okay, that's what we have to do it in the systems here. That's what we have to do it in the systems here, right? So then here, so tenant day we have the seven processor.
నేనే మాట్లాడట్లే ఎక్కువ యానం కూడా పట్టించుకోలేదు 2 3 సార్లు కూడా పట్టించుకోలేదు అన్ని నీ హిందీ
Guys, when you are speaking, please put on mute. Then you can discuss with anyone. Okay, so here, sir, one system DB, we have the multiple tenant databases we can create it. By default, you will get the one tenant DB and one system DB. Then how the process will be assigned here, which means, so the name server, preprocessor, and the compile server and web dispatcher and the daemon, this all will be in the tenant database here, right? Then except this one, the index server will be in the tenant database, then access engine will be in the tenant database here. Index server, then access engine will be in the this database here. So each tenant we have the, so index server access engine, index server access engine, index server access engine, index server access engine. But by default you will get the one system db, one tenant db only, right? That is the main thing of the system db tenant db control here. So here systemdb contains 5 process: name server, preprocessor, compile server, web dispatcher, daemon. So index server access engine will be in the each tenant database here, right? That will be the by default design here, right? So here all the data resides into the, all the data resides into the, so all the data resides into the index server only. All the data resides into the index server. So index server is the main process that is available in the tenantdb. So what is the difference between the systemdb tenantdb means, systemdb contains 5 process, tenantdb contains 2 process here. So in the master, name server is the master in the systemdb, so here index server is the master here. So what is the use of the each and every process here? What is the use of the each and every process here means, here if you see here, so index server is the main process here. Index server is the main process here. So actual storing the data, the actual data resides, and the data loads and data engines, so everything will be in the index server. So in one process, actual in the database level data storing means, because of the index server it is storing the data. Where the index server exists, tenant database here. So here tenants are very important here. So applications, either your SAP, any applications will connect to the which 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 database, which one, index server. Why? Because where the data resides, index server. Then index server where it is available, tenant database. So which means your applications will point to the tenant database only, right? Your applications will point to the tenant database here. Why? Because tenant database is the, tenant database contains the index server. Index server, the actual role is it will loads the data, it will fetch the data, actual data residing inside of the index server only. Data engines everything is available to change olap engines, oltp engines. So data engines, calculation engines are there. It will process the data and everything in the index server. So the main part is the index server that is available in the tenant database here. Tenant database here, that is the main thing here. Okay. So then the name server, what is the use of the name server here? So name server, it will holds the topology. So topology related information. Name server holds the topology related information here. Topology means name server holds the topology related information, which means, so it contains the, so sid, instance number, then host name. So sid, instance number, host name. So this related data means host related. Topology means topology related details means sid, instance number, host name. So this kind of information it will holds the name server here, right? In a home we have the family, means in a home father, mother, kids, and other persons also there, right? So in the home, father is the main person. He will handle the all the loads, calculations, burdens, so earnings. He is the main earner in the home. So that's why we will call it as the, so father of home, so father of the, so home. So right. So but here also index server in the, so index server also will act same as like father role here. So why? Because So actual data resides, calculations, everything will happen in the index server only. So but what about the other process? Means other process we will help to the index server to store the data. Same as like in the home also, we will help to the father to for their day to day activities. We will help to the some kind of help we are doing for the father, right? So that's what, so our role same as like other process also same. It will holds the topology related information as and when required. It will pass this SID, instance number, host name details to the index server. It will pass these details to the index server here. So that is the so main thing here, right? That is the so main thing of the process and everything here, right? So and preprocessor means here, preprocessor means it will process the unstructured data. It will process the unstructured data, and preprocessor process the unstructured data, right? So what the preprocessor will do, it will process the unstructured data and will help to index server, will help to index server, will help to the index server. Same name server also, it will holds the topology related information, will help to the index server here. This is also will help to the index server here. Processing the unstructured data, what does it mean? So which means, so if any data which is coming in the text format, not in the structured format. Why? Because HANA database written into the C++ language, there is a procedure, right? So same as like here, in case if any data coming in, so unstructured format, if any data is coming in the unstructured format, so this will preprocessor will process the unstructured format data also, will inform to the index server to store the data. Okay, that is the unstructured data. So which means HANA database, it will not only process the only structured data. If any data which is coming in the unstructured way, so it will process the data as well here, right? So compile server. So compile server means what? Compile server, it will compile server will perform the compilation of compilation of programs. Compile server will do the compilation of the programs and the stored procedures. Compile server will do the compilation of the programs and stored procedures here. Stored procedures here. Compilation of programs and stored procedures here. So which means a database also written into the C++ language, and it's a database, right? Definitely there are the some the codes data, some system configuration data, some stored procedures are exist here. So so compilation, it will do the compilation of the program to speed up the execution purpose. It will compile the programs and stored procedures, will help to the index server to store the data, will help to the index server to store the data here, right? That is the compile server. So what about the web dispatcher, right? Web dispatcher. So web dispatcher, it's process the web-based request. Process the web-based request here. Web-based request. Process the web-based request, which means it will process the browser-based request. Will help to the index server to store the data here. Suppose if any request which is coming from the browser, that time it will take the web dispatcher will take the web based request. So it will take the request, not the process the request. Web dispatcher will take the web based request, will hand over to the access engine here. So access engine process the web-based applications, process the web-based request here. If any request this web dispatcher will take and will give hand over to the access engine. Access engine will process the web based request here. That's what it will happen in the systems here, right? So next one, so daemon is process here, daemon. So what is mean by daemon process here? So here index server is like a father, then who is the mother, right? Daemon is the mother here, right? So daemon process, if any, so in your family, if any one of the so kid or anyone, so is sick status or faulty status here, so then immediately how the mummy so will give the boost and Bornavita to us to become active, same as like daemon also here. If any process are in the active status or faulty status, then daemon daemon will provide, daemon will take into the active status here. Active status here means if any process is in error status, it will clear the active status here. So that's what the daemon will do here, right? So now this process, let's see, let me connect it here. It's taking time. So HDB space info, then execute HDB name server and this one. So that's why if you install one common database and if you keep the common password, so that everybody will connect to the only that database, then we can do the administration related tasks and everything. If you keep on uninstalling and installing and doing something, so definitely this kind of situations will occur, right? Someone installed it array, we don't know the password, then we are trying to so reset the password, see sometimes it is not working, maybe some other process are running, so this type of things will happen. So that's why given the weekends time to complete all the your things and everything. Let me take the one more session. Are there any other databases? Let's see. Something like there is a one database, I think, right? Go to the CD, USR, SAP, CD. So maybe let's try with the HYD. HYD. I don't know the password, but let's see. It's a 40 instance number is the 40. Let me try to start that one. But I don't know password of this one as well. But trying randomly our passwords, I'm trying no wrong. Then no, this is also wrong.
You
Not sure.
can use my
What is the
u-
password?
user is HDB and instance number is 08. Password
Zero
welcome 08.
08.
Password is welcome 12.
Which one? Which database?
Both are same, sir. Both are same.
Hmm. Which database you are talking? SID.
HDB.
Oh, HDB. That
Instance number is 08, sir.
00 only. It's there. See, 00 only. I can see here.
Mine 08, sir.
Zero is
I
not there.
create
Only zero is not there here. Here we
I
have
created
only Here we have only these many databases: SP2, HDB, HYD, HYA, SHD. So these are the databases. So no more databases here.
with 08 instance number, sir.
Maybe someone deleted, I think. Yeah, that's the reason.
Oh,
I'm trying to reset the password of this one also, but nothing is working. And this one 40. HYD also, I don't know. This is also not working. Even though this process are up and running, database process, but we don't know the password. Let me reset at least this one as well. Always wait. So it's doing something. So HDB. Otherwise, if we install the new database, that will also works. So, but it will take some time. See, we have the okay SHD. So it's a pending. So starting the system that you can start it. So right. So then one. Let me uninstall one. This is also we don't know the password. Then why it's required? No, something we are doing here. HYD. This is also not working. So SHD, right? SHD. Someone said like they knows the
Yes, sir.
password, but
Yes, sir.
you have not uninstalled completely. Sorry, installed completely.
Yeah,
So
it got
now,
inactive.
yeah, HDB inst hyphen ignore. So then check underscore signature underscore file. Okay, so then we can resume the installation from where it got installed it here, right? Check underscore signature underscore file. Correct only, right? So HDB LCM commands. So SHD, you are in the off way, right? Just click on the, in case of installation got cancelled in model, again you can resume the activity from where it got created here. So password, let me give you the same password. Okay, system password. So then system password. So then, yes, now see here your HANA database is getting, so starting. So it will resuming from the broken installation, which means, so wherever it got stopped, so from there it is getting started now. So we have almost, so this system will be free for us. This system will be, so we can use this one here. So once this will start, so SHD, and so in SHD is the system here. That is the instance number you given 12. So that is the one. So here let's go ahead and give the KPS4 HANA and instance number 12 multi-container system database, and so just give the information. Let's see, at least system database will become active status here. Yes, right, system database is active status here. Why? Because just now it is doing the resume installation. So system database will be, means name server, if the name server is started, then immediate first name server will start it here. Then if the name server is started, remaining process also. Name server means that is available in the system database. That's why we connected to the, so name server here, right? So you can see some of the services are not started, not all the services, only few services are getting started here. See, so it is, the few services are starting here, starting. So here, so we have the landscape tab, so where we can see the process related information and everything. Lastly, daemon will start it here. If all the started process are started, lastly daemon will start it here. So here we can see the process of each process, CPU, memory, each and everything. Alerts tab. Alerts tab means the critical errors, the critical errors. So any warnings, any errors, any fatal errors from the database, in the, here we can see the all the details and everything here. All the details we can see it here, SHD. So here in the alerts tab we can see the all the information and everything here, right? So everything we can see it here. So now I think tenant also which got created, go ahead and so add the tenant DB also here. Tenant DB also you can create it here. But what is the instance number, this one? So it's a 12. 12, then tenant is like a SHD, that is the tenant database. Why? Because by default system DB, tenant DB, the SIDs are same. So by default, then see tenant also it's created here, right? System DB also it's there, system DB is there, and tenant also there. See, fully green, each and everything is green here. When you go to the landscape tab here, 1 2 3 4 5 process here, right? So here you can see the 5 process here, right? So here, so compile server, daemon, name server, preprocessor, web dispatcher here, right? SAP start SRV is the OS level process, that is common. So that is common for the each and every SAP instances, either SAP or databases, that is the common here. So here system DB, you see the 5 process here. Then if you go with the tenant database here, tenant database here, then the 7 in a tenant database. Right? So
Sorry, your
7 here.
voice is
So
breaking, sir.
only tenant we
There is some disturbance in your audio.
Hello, sir.
So we cannot hear you properly.
Yeah, there are hello, maybe connect slow issue.
Yes,
Okay.
sir, now it is proper.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. By tomorrow onwards, I will change the laptop so that it will work for you. So system DB, right? We are discussing about the system DB. In the system DB, you see here in the landscape tab, you see the five process here, right? In the landscape, you get compile server, daemon, index server, name server, preprocessor. So all the there in here in the system DB. So in the tenant also, additionally, you will see the in tenant, it will show the your system DB process as well as the additional two process index server and access engine as well. But sir, compile server here it is there, and also in the system database system DB also it will show here, right? Can you hear me now? Is it okay or still breaking?
No,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
it is clear.
Okay. So if it is a breaking, let me know. I can stop it. Then there is unstable network. Not sure what's happening. Okay. So here you see here. So system DB. System DB it contains only five process. Tenant DB additionally you will see the two process here. So which means we have the two system DB, one compile server and a tenant also one compile server. No, but it's derived the process in the display list. Just it is showing like your so this compile server also here, which means your tenant also not having so compile server tenant only it contains the so index server and tenant only it contains the index server and so the access engine also access engine only here. So if you see here, so if I go to the system DB, so compile server, daemon, name server, preprocessor. So here you can see the so compile server. So the what is the process ID 13002 and 31210. Maybe if you go to the 1080db, the same process ID in the display, just it will show in the display. Just it will show in the display. So the process ID and the port number is also same. Just it's showing like this, but it's not like that. Tenant also it contains the similar set of process and everything here. Okay, it's not responding. Some kind of slowness. I'm not sure where it is. So you can see the process list here, right? So then, so it's not responding. Okay, these three tabs you can practice it for today: overview section and landscape section and alerts tab. Okay, this alerts tab will tell you what is the your current issues in your system, current issues, errors, all the information it will show in the alerts configuration, alerts file. In the alerts tab, suppose we have the iCPU issues, high memory issues, network issues, space issues, memory, and So something is rocked working, and all the information will be displayed in the alerts tab here. Alerts tab will be displayed here. Same kind of tabs are available here as well here. Okay, so that's the what. So just you can practice these three, and meanwhile let me restart the entire computer. So something wrong, see here it is available. So you can connect, everybody please connect to the SHD instance number 12. The passwords are same, so you can connect it. Okay, you can practice the first three tabs: overview, landscape, the configuration. Those three tabs you can practice it for today. Okay.
So what is the password?
I think SHD, the same password as root. I will share it in the group.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
So you can connect it. So I will try to reboot this one. Maybe there's some connect slow issues. Okay, you can guys disconnect it. So I will reboot.